Glasses off. We're getting serious.
Renaissance paintings, classics they call them, hood classics. I think that's all fucking wrong. There's a lot of things I would do to change the things in the world that are going on right now, but number one on my list, besides,
making V-Bucks free,
is these Renaissance paintings, alright? They are dog shit, and I'm going to show you how to make them better. I'm going to make them better for you. You're welcome, Da Vinci, you piece of shit.
I didn't even like The Wolf of Wall Street.
We gotta start off with a nice little brush, alright? Nice little pencil line. I don't know how to make it thicker and thinner. I'm talking about my penis, but I don't know how to do that with the pencil either. The Mona Lisa. I remember seeing some people like throw tomatoes on it or something for like some sort of cause. I don't think that kind of activism ever works because like all I can think of is what you did and not actually what you're trying to raise awareness about. Like I have no recollection what they were trying to say. She's kind of got a double, oh my God, she's kind of, yo, she's chopped.
I would swipe left.
First, I'm gonna try to get her face, I'm gonna try to get her face down. I always do this when I'm drawing, like even like on pen and paper. I make their faces like fucking disproportionately awful. The only way I can actually get proportions of faces is if I like redraw it like 85 times. Okay, maybe. Ah, fucking hell, I'm so bad at drawing fat chicks. I'm cursed to only draw baddies for eternity. Okay, we're getting closer. I think we're getting closer. She's got a, you know what, her hairline's not that bad. So I did her cheekbone way too low. I think I made it really exaggerated. I think I made her her little in her face right there a little too exaggerated. But I don't exactly know how to fix it. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna do the old guideline method. First thing you do is you draw them with the, the normal face, and then you put the little dink in it. I was gonna say the other word. I was gonna say okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Where are her eyebrows, may I ask? Where the fuck are her eyebrows? I don't even know. Do I not give her eyebrows then? She's gonna look chopped as fuck without eyebrows. Like that. Oh, a nice little swoopy smile. You like to see it. She's happy. Oh my God. What the fuck? There we go. I'm just getting the base down right now. I think she's probably rolling in her grave seeing the drawing I'm making right now. I made her egregiously obese. Here's what I would change. First off, these clothes, a little old school, don't you think? What are these, fucking rags? Get that shit off there. Let's do a little... Badoink. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what a woman looks like. I think it'd be better if she was doing like a hot tub stream, And now she's one of the ladies with like the quadruple fucking boob job, whatever, quadruple D's going on. It's gonna be a nightmare to color. I think that's a nice little outline we got going. How about we add a layer? Because we're professional up in this bit. Now let's get the opacity down on this motherfucker. I don't know how to do that. We're gonna make her red. If you have a problem with that, you can suck my dick. I think she'd look better red. What do you want from me? She's a redhead. I actually hate gingers, to be honest with you, but I'll make an exception for the Mona Lisa because, she's pretty famous, and famous people are,
really cool and awesome and don't do anything bad ever.
Okay, that's the hair so far. Wearing some makeup. And then we'll make the other outlines green. And she's also a little baked because she was smoking the za. We like color variety around here.
We're an inclusive channel here on Timmy Johnson.
This girl's what I like to call a catch, a 10 out of 10. Okay, now I hope I can make this skin color, but I'm not. What the fucking outline's gone. I'll restore it, don't worry. The boobs are coming back, I'm sorry. Put in the chat if I should become a titty streamer. If we get enough likes and subscribes,
I'll show my tits on stream.
So that is the better version of the Mona Lisa right there. You can officially go to the museum, whatever rinky-dink museum the Mona Lisa's in, and you can take it down, and we print this off and we'll put it in place for it. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna have to use my brain picture imaginationer. Okay.
I could be mad at this drawing, but how could I? When there's so much beauty in the world. I have AIDS.
Now we're gonna do the real looking sketch here, all right? We're gonna do the real sketchy sketch. This is just my little guideline. Okay, we're just gonna make his face real quick. If you can't tell, this is the horse riding Napoleon. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't tell already, but you'll see the masterpiece at the end. Now, Napoleon's French, which I don't really like. I don't dislike Napoleon, I just dislike the French. Therefore, I don't really like Napoleon by default. That's kind of how racism works, but it's not a race, okay? The French people are not a race. They're a fucking disease. I heard he was pretty short, is what they say, but if you actually look into it, I think he was average height for the time. I think it's kind of funny how he took over like 90% of Europe or whatever the fuck it was, and the thing he's most known for, like right now publicly, is being short. He looks like he's like trying to crawl away. He's consenting, all right? This is consensual, all right? This could look like some really messed up shit. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna show the first making of this because it does kind of look fucked up. And what color? He's wearing blue. Okay, he's wearing blue uniform and a blue hat. Blue and red. Kind of basic, but whatever. Who am I to judge the fashion of the 1700s or whenever the fuck this was? I honestly don't even know. Now, Napoleon looks like he's struggling slightly.
I think a lot of people died, by the way, on the way to the Alps.
All right, there's the Napoleon. There's the Napoleon right there. Now we gotta do the other part. Let's do the horse.
Peter the horse is here.
I want to start at the face because that's gonna be the most fun part to do. This is starting to look like a certain Family Guy scene. We are the Wholesome Art channel. This is a wholesome art channel. Make sure you subscribe and watch my art PNG avatar. Look into my furry history and then watch me touch kids. That was a joke. I'm not gonna touch kids probably. Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show. Yeah, he's pissed. He's like, yeah. You think Napoleon's looking up from heaven? You know, I'd like to think he is. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of magic here. Watch this. You turn the hue up a little bit, and now you got some highlights. I think I didn't make him so his ass is on him, so he's actually not really riding him on the sketch. So I'm just gonna like move his ass up a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I think that's how that would work. And you may be asking, Bradley, why don't you just use a smaller eraser so you don't erase the black parts? And I'd say go fuck yourself. I'm gonna try to thicken some of the lines, and you know, just make a little variation. Okay, now it kind of slightly looks like he's trying to bone him, trying to grape him. All right, I feel like I have to make the terrain, otherwise it doesn't really look like anything's going on. All right, that is what I have. That is the Napoleon in the Alps, but better Napoleon in the Alps. That is better. It is better, objectively better than Napoleon. Than this one. This one sucked. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. This is how I would make it better. This guy kind of looks like me right now. Okay, this is the rough sketch we got going here. Something like that. Yeah. He's kind of fucking yoked, dude.
What's his split?
How the fuck did he get so yoked in a time where they all got collar undyed? I think I'm doing pretty good so far. He's actually wearing some Wrangler jeans. Yeah, there we go. That's good so far. He's got the off-whites. I don't actually know if these are the off-whites. I don't know anything about shoes. Gotta get some tongue in there. If you don't like no tongue, you don't know what it's all about. It's his hand like that. Is that his hand? Fuck. Fingers are hard. I might have to do like the cartoon thing where they give him like 4 fingers. Fuck. We're gonna move on, alright? We're gonna draw the fucking chest. I think small dicks used to be like the craze back in the day. Like if you had a big wang, you were like an animal or something like that. Something along the lines of that. I don't know. Give him some nips. I like him better with nips. Okay, now we gotta do his head, which is gonna be the hardest part for me. What are they even doing in this picture? There's just touching tips. Just a little tip action right there.
Yo guys, it's me, Charlie.
Okay, I have a grand vision. A grand vision. He'll be pretty recognizable from the start. Don't worry about it. Dude, I love Uncle Grandpa. He's so cool, dude. I love me some Uncle Grandpa. I remember Uncle Grandpa verbatim, dude. Right, I don't even need a reference, to be honest with you. Yeah, sure. Still kind of a scary looking hand, but. That is the better version right there. We got Charlie from Smiling Friends and Uncle Grandpa riding on a Zin. That is how you do art, okay? So, Renaissance people, you can take notes now. Take notes on this video.
What do you mean they're all dead?